Honor Flock. I'm author Kate Williams, and I've written Blue Honor, Op-Deck Operation Deceit, and the Trelloquia trilogy. You can get books 1 and 2 now. Book 3 will be out next summer. That's not the last of them, just so you know. Spoiler. Anyway, today I'd like to talk about time management. Finn, speaking of, when you have a lot of responsibilities and stuff, it can be pretty difficult. Like this guy, he's supposed to be a theater director, but it's just a spoiled puppy. And trying to make room for him, baby, work, writing, books, marketing, friends, social media, readers, reviews, reading other books, doing research, it can get a little bit overwhelming. Finnegan, come here and sit. Sit. That's a good boy. Thank you. So, and there's a lot of distractions, as you can see. It's like, how do you pick and choose what to do? Right now, Finnegan is trying to chase Pepper, and that's what keeps happening, and it can get quite noisy, and it will disrupt this video. So I'm trying to keep him distracted while I'm doing this. So a lot of times you find yourself pulling double duty, and it really frazzles your brain, because you're thinking, why do I have to do this? And I need to concentrate on just the writing. Like I saw a writer today who was having a hard time concentrating on his books because his daughter is home and she was needing a lot of attention, so he was hoping that somebody would hang out with her and help alleviate for him, that pull on his time. And he was able to do that and then get to work. Sometimes that's not at all possible, so you have to figure out, how am I going to do this work with distractions all around me? And sometimes, we're capable of tuning it out, like that's Finn playing with his crinkly toy. You just kind of tune it out and keep going. Or, you multitask somehow. Right now my brain is watching him, watching Pepper and stuff, and making sure that there's not too much of an altercation going on here in the background, because that would be, like I said, a lot of noise, and it will distract in the video. What you can do as far as time management, I'm a huge fan of using your calendar, making lists, checklists that you can mark off, using technology to help you out. I have friends who recommend different platforms and stuff. I think Hootsuite is one of them, and you schedule your posts and stuff on social media that way. And then you just kind of think about, how am I going to break up my day? I have to go to work 5 days a week. How do I fit in my writing with that kind of schedule? Do I get up earlier? Do I go to bed later? How do I make this work? What I have done, because I have a 15-month-old, as I'm recording this, I make sure that little nugget of time between picking her up from daycare, coming home, making dinner, and putting her to bed is all about her and Finn, and the two of them and stuff. So that's family time, and I make sure of that. And first thing in the morning too, I get her out of bed. I have maybe 20-30 minutes to get her dressed and out the door, and that's really us time, and it really isn't enough. And if you love being a parent and you understand what I'm saying, it's like, how can I take away time from them to do these other things? And I can't. So her bedtime is 8 o'clock, and she's really good. She wants to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Sometimes it's 7:30. She is just ready to go to bed. So then it's just me and Finn, and sometimes the cats from Aunt Rachel. And so that time after 8 o'clock is getting ready for the next day, or I just get, free time, and I call it free time. It's not really, it's doing the blog, coming up with ideas, taping, training Finn, doing stuff for his Shag Bottom Theater, trying to find stories that I would want him to read from, practicing my bad Irish accent, because I do the voice work for that, and it's stuff like that. And sometimes baby may go to bed at 8 o'clock, but she doesn't stay asleep. So, I might be wrapping up something here at 10:30, 11:30, and I'm ready to brush my teeth and go to bed, and she's woken up and is crying, teething, dirty diaper, nightmare, something, and it's like, okay, now I have to take however long, spend consoling her and getting her back to sleep so that she's rested come morning and is ready to go to school. And a lot of times I'm sacrificing my sleep. That's just the facts of, adulthood and when you're scheduling. And I do try to get to bed between 10 and 11 so that I do have a good chunk of time to sleep. Because I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And Finn is always at my side, so he takes whatever time he can get in there. He sits with me when I'm doing my blog. Right now he's playing with the cats because they're here, and he loves that. That works for him. And training is hard. There's days where I can't get to it. Just can't. But that's okay. He's so smart. I just work it in. So a lot of times what I do is I have a smartphone, and I schedule on there reminders. If there's something important that I need to absolutely do for the next day, that evening, whatever, I put it in there and it comes up with a reminder, because I'm definitely on there doing social media or something else. I check it multiple times a day so that reminder comes up, and I'm like, okay. For instance, put your tires in the truck because you've got to switch them out for winter. So I make sure that gets done. Tires are in the trunk so that I don't take off the next day to go have that done and the tires aren't there. That would be really bad. Put stamps in your wallet, because how many times have you opened up your wallet and you're like, great, I have address labels, but I have no stamps, and now I can't mail my bill or my letter or whatever. And I'm stuck. Or you have to write an email to somebody. And depending, is that day job, is that the writing day job you can't do your writing work from, that's not kosher, so you have to wait, write yourself a reminder, post-it note. I always carry my journal with me, post-it notes, stuff, and stick them in there, and it's just like literally a list. Like I write out kind of like a planner, the dates and stuff, when I need to do blog for the month, every date, title of the blog that I want to do, so that I start thinking about ideas and I flesh that out. And then I have little notes in there of other things that I need to do if there's tasks in between that I have to do. But the phone is just quick reminders. And there's calendaring for appointments, so you keep your appointments. Like if you have interviews, you have to contact somebody, there's a class that you want to take, there's a doctor's appointment, vet appointment, baby appointments, all sorts of things, because there's a lot on your shoulders. Even if you don't have kids or you don't have pets, there's still a lot to do, and to keep it all straight can kind of get hairy. So you use technology. Do not be afraid of technology. That is probably your best bet. So that's my advice. Use your reminders on your smartphone if you have a smartphone or tablet. Use your calendar. If you have a paper calendar, that's just as good. I have my planner, and it's a paper planner, and that's where I do everything. It's actually just a journal, and it's blank, and I fill it out exactly what I need in there. And post-it notes. So you have your post-it notes, your planners, and your smartphone. Use them. Okay? And don't be afraid to tell people, I need some time because I have to get this done. They're gonna have to understand that this is a business, and I have to run my business. So but don't leave your friends out in the cold. They're your friends, and they're gonna support you. Okay, so support them and they'll support you back and stuff. That's just how it goes, is give and take and be fair, and be kind to yourself, okay? So make sure that you use technology to your advantage in those paper planners, even though they might be kind of archaic. And there's a notes feature in smartphones too. I'm not sure about the Android. I have an iPhone myself. Use the note feature if you don't want to use paper. It organizes just like anything else. I have one for the blog, I have one for recipes, I have one for shopping lists. Okay, so you can organize it pretty well like that, and you can have subheadings underneath. Works really well. So use your technology. Alright, you can also search on the vlog and the blog for other tips on managing your time and ways to fill out your vlog and do your writing, etc. Because I give a lot of advice on that, because this is the stuff that I do for a living. Alright, thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe. Great to see you again. Have a great holiday. Thanks.